I think I think I do a lot of wasting time. Do a lot of wasting time. I think I waste a lot of time. Um, I think we all do. I think there are things that all of us would like to do, to engage in, to accomplish, um, and it's really easy to let the time just pass. Um, at the time, it probably feels better to just relax, not to, like, for instance, this video, and I don't even have a clear path as far as what I'm really going to talk about right here. I just know that there are a lot of things that I would like to discuss, that I would like to share, um, about my own life, and I've been failing in that. There's so many things I think on a daily basis that I could make a video a day, and I'm not doing that. And I think part of it is, you know, one part of me likes to think that it's important to tell my story. And there's that other part of me that is conditioned by the world that says you're not, what you have to say isn't that important, and what you've been through isn't that important. And to a large portion of the populace, perhaps that's the case, right? Perhaps it doesn't matter, right? But there could be that one person, maybe, that identifies, that finds a correlation between what I have to say and my experience and with their own. And for that person alone, I should speak up with whatever I have to say. And I don't know if speak up is the right word, although it is. Um, the fact of the matter is I think everyone has their own unique perspective. Clearly, everyone has their own vantage point. Um, and we are, you probably heard the phrase, don't act like you're the center of the universe. Well, really? Should I not act like I'm the center of the universe? Think about it. If when I look out at the night sky, let's assuming this is not a simulation, right? That we were not put here by aliens, and uh, that were millions of years more advanced than us. I mean, think about how long electricity has been around. The technological age that we're in right now. What are we? A good 100 years, 100 and so years into it. And look what we're doing. We're already building simulations. We're already building virtual reality games and worlds that we can go into. Imagine a culture that was even 1,000 years more advanced than us. Could they have built something like this? So the point is, when I look up into the night sky or the daytime sky, which is what, a reflection of the ocean, that's why it's blue, or whatever the case may be, the sun, the refraction of light, and blah, blah, blah. When I look up into the sky, it serves to reason, right? Like if you were able to go out and just go right into the sky, it seems like it has to go on forever. Maybe not as the sky, maybe not as empty space and stars and black holes, etc. But it seems like space in and of itself has to go out forever. Even if you got to some kind of brick wall, it would be not completely illogical to assume there's something on the other side. So in a weird way, it makes your mind want to explode to even consider it. But it seems like where we are, this universe, multiverse, whatever you want to call it, this place we're in, this thing we are in, seems to expand forever. It's a never ending expanse. So let's just, with the concept of a never ending expansion, where would the center of that be? The closest thing that you could come to a center of a never-ending expansion would be the vantage point. And we are all little vantage points, aren't we? Everything, anything that can think and see and perceive and et cetera, is a vantage point. So I'm the center of my universe. You are the center of yours. And that extends to everyone around us. So we have to start with ourselves, right? My mom used to go to work every day. I remember she'd be late getting me and my brothers ready, and she used to say, hurry up, I'm going to get fired. And before I even knew, could conceive of what being fired meant, I remember thinking they're going to blow fire all over my mom. They're going to set my mom on fire. And, it was always a stressful morning, I remember. And she used to come home, and at a very young age, she used to say, I think they're all props. That's what my mom would say. She would tell me and my brothers that she believed that everybody she had to deal with at work, probably in particular the managerial types, but they were all props on a stage. We were raised, Catholic initially, and then various denominations were stumbled through, I guess you could say. But my mom believed that, this was all a test from God. That's how it made sense for her. This was all a test from God. And those people at work, not us necessarily, but those people at work were props. They were part of the test. But the truth is that, you know who you are, right? If you're a real person, you know that you have your own feelings and your own thoughts and emotions and et cetera, et cetera. You don't know that. You trust that about everyone else, even your own children or parents or family or friends or whatever. Is it possible that this is some kind of a stage that we were all placed on to be tested by God or whoever the case may be, aliens, right? Whoever put us here in the simulation? Is that possible? I think anybody who has the ability to reason even a little bit has to admit that that is possible. So if it is possible, you have to admit that the only person that you're really sure of on this stage is you. I have to admit that the only person I'm really sure of is me. So all I have to go on really definitively is me and my own experience, my own perspective, my own vantage point. So what I'm going to talk about on this channel is going to have a lot to do with everything my little outburst just now. And take into consideration that the things, my experiences that I'm going to share are my experiences. And whether you correlate with them, whether you identify with them, whether you take pleasure in listening to them or find displeasure therein, regardless of how you relate to what I'm going to say from here on out, this is my experience. I'm not making this video or any of the past videos or any of the videos that are going to come after this to argue in the comment section with anyone. So, like I said, the content here is going to go well beyond diet, which was my last two videos. And then there was one that, touched upon the topic of politics, at least the way I view the game of politics here on planet Earth, or planet America, whatever you want to call it. But I'm gonna touch on some really strange experiences. the fact that I have been dead twice in my life, the fact that I've seen some really strange things, the fact that something strange kind of happened today. I'm not going to go into it right now, but I am growing each day to believe that we are more and more in control of our destiny, our life, our circumstances, our experiences, the way we experience the world around us. I think we're in control of that, and I think it has a lot to do with the way we think about ourselves and the way we think about the world outside. And I'm going to get more into that in a later video. But this is I'm just making this video because I felt like saying something. And I'm still getting messages from the last two videos I made telling me how, I mean, ultimately, I mean, I know people have convictions and emotional responses to the world around us, and so do I. And my last two videos touched upon that. But I'm still being argued with. And I just kind of want to point out that I'm not trying to argue. From now on. I'm going to do my best to not respond when it seems argumentative, because you could be a prop on the stage, and I don't care about that. What I do care about is living my best life, finding, how do I articulate it? Finding my way through as I move through in the most advantageous, loving, wise way as possible. And I know that some people who watched my last two videos may take issue with that and go, well, you're not being wise because you eat animals. Yeah, and so does my son, because it's necessary for us, at least at this time. So, anybody who takes issue with me eating animals because you don't want life to be harmed, stop walking on the ground because you're killing bugs. You're killing microorganisms. Stop bathing because you're killing lives. You're taking colonies of lives that are living on your body every time. Don't do cleanses or fast because you're flushing out parasites that are going to die. They're feeding on you. You're their life source. How could you? I mean, look, I'm not telling you not to fast. I'm not telling you not to walk on the ground. I'm not telling you not to bathe. Don't tell me not to nourish myself in the way that works for me right now, And in all fairness, yeah, factory farming, and, it would be much wiser to go the hunting route. Make sure you try to buy pasture-raised, humanely raised meats. But even then, in this world, how do you even know? You can trust, and you can buy that stuff. At the same time, if you're somebody who's allergic to a lot of fruits and vegetables and you have to eat meats, which, believe me, those people exist, and you don't have a lot of money, you have a minimum wage job, you're going to tell people to go buy all organic at Whole Foods, and then what? Not have money for their electric bill or their rent, so they end up on the street with maybe an organic apple in their hand. It's a lot of people who want to argue don't think it through, and they don't consider all the complexities of their argument or the counter argument that might come back. And at the end of the day, like I said, this channel is not going to be overwhelmingly about diet. I intended initially on making one video about it, maybe a few in the weeks and months that come. But initially, I want to talk about life. I want to talk about some strange things that have happened to me, and how they connect with just my my viewpoint, as my evolving view of spirituality and religion, things like the Bible, characters like Jesus. And I have some strange things to say about that. So if you care to listen, please do. If you want to argue, feel free to comment below, down there. But I'm not going to take the bait. So have fun saying whatever you want to say. And I'm going to have fun saying whatever I want to say, whatever I feel inclined to say. And we're going to go from there. Man, I need to start thinking. In my first video I posted, I said I'm going to recommend a song at the end of each video, and I'm just not always thinking about that. So I'm not sure. You know what song I'm going to post, or I'm going to recommend? Collision. Collision by a band called Faith No More. It's off their record Album of the Year. That's the name of the record, Album of the Year. And I'm gonna recommend Collision because I think it's a good song. I get into a lot of it. It's different than the other stuff I've recommended, and I think it's a good song. And also, that's kind of what I felt like. I felt like my thoughts felt like they were colliding. My desire to express myself and kind of share some things, I felt like I wanted to collide just now on this video with all of it. And I'm not going to do that, obviously, because I'm about to end the video. But yeah, we will collide in the future, and we'll see what comes of it. If you're listening and you like it, thanks. If you're listening and you don't like it and you're going to keep listening anyway, thanks. I know a lot of people say this. I don't usually say it on my videos, but I feel inclined. Please like and subscribe down below to increase the algorithm of the blah-bitty-blah-bitty-blah. Or not, whatever. That's all. Take care.